Let's go fishing. All right. Hey, kid, there's already one down here.
Come on, man. Should we try to catch a fish? Okay.
Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. It's the middle of January. We're in northeast South Dakota near Webster, fishing perch through the ice with Blaine Gomer and Blake Anderson. Blake is a guide. He's one of the top guides in the northeast corner of South Dakota. He really knows how to catch perch. Blaine works in the ethanol industry. He's going to tell us a little bit about why ethanol is important for our energy future and just the future of the United States. Let's get out in the ice. We're going to catch some perch through the ice. Here we go. When it's time to go ice fishing, one of the first places I think of is the northeast corner of South Dakota. Actually, the northeast corner of South Dakota is one of the first places I think of whenever I think of good places to go fishing. And Joe Honer, who guides for fish and pheasants and waterfowl in this area, is always right on top of the best bites. Last year, Jim Sire and I got together with Joe for some late season walleye action. Take a look at this. Whoa! Oh, man! Whoa!
Nice job, Bob.
Jeepers! Wow, look at that hook came off. Jim, you did a great job with the net. Perfect timing. Look at that guy. Teeth in the net there. Ooh.
There we go.
Look at that. Wow.
Beautiful.
Oh, man. That is a big one, isn't it? A couple of weeks ago, Blaine Gomer and I got to talking about ice fishing and decided it would be a good idea to go. I gave Joe a call. He said the bite was on, but he couldn't go. He said Blake Anderson was the guy to call. He said that he and Blake guide together and that Blake had his finger on the ice fishing action in that part of South Dakota. So Blaine and I headed for Webster, South Dakota. Actually, Blaine was already in South Dakota. He lives in Big Stone City and works in the ethanol industry. Blaine likes to go open water or ice fishing. Anyway, we got in the ice, popped a few holes, dropped our lines, and started catching fish.
Finally got one. It's a nice perch. All right, came off. Gentleman fish. It's not a bad looking perch.
Whoa, that whole bottom just lit up. Look at that guy. This whole bottom just lit up like... Wow. Look at that guy. Whew.
Nice one,
That's
Bob.
a decent one, isn't it? Look at that. No kidding. Now, you said that earlier that they're pretty short windows of activity. Is there a reason for that, or does that go all year?
No, early ice and late ice, it seems like you can get them most of the day. It's just middle of the year, we're almost middle of January here, and they're just, it's probably lasted a little longer this morning than I actually thought it was going to. So,
is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a decent perch. You're getting a lot of those?
Yeah, lots of these. When they come in, you usually catch 6-8 out of a hole. And
I'm gonna get back to a hole.
so, yeah, get back to fishing.
Let's make a trip to Cabela's for a look at a jacket that's really interesting. It's heated. Cress, when you're ice fishing at the North Pole like we are today, you want to keep warm. This battery gear really does a good job, I've heard.
Excellent job. The Cabela's heated performance gear comes in sock liners, gloves, back wraps, hand warmers, jackets, and vests.
How does it keep you warm?
Basically, there's a lithium battery that controls the temperature for the heating in them.
And where does the heat in the jackets?
On the jackets, basically, it heats across the front and across the back to help keep your core warm.
And what about the gloves?
The gloves are a little different from the point of view. The battery actually installs right into the glove here, so it's visible. You can actually set it.
And then 4 lights come on.
When the 4 lights are on, the battery is on high, which is the warmest temperature at 135 degrees.
And then you can just adjust it down.
You can adjust it down to low, which will take you down to 85 degrees.
So at 85 degrees is pretty warm. It comes with 2 batteries. If I use switch batteries during the day? Will it last all day on low?
At low, it'll last 8 hours.
No kidding.
When you're using it at high, it'll only last about 2 hours.
Okay.
But you can adjust it for what you need for the cold weather.
You can adjust it to the warmth, whatever you want.
Exactly. That's one of the great features of it. This is the heated performance gear, only available at Cabela's.
The Cabela's Performance Outerwear Heated Jacket will keep you warm on the ice or in the boat or anywhere else. That's what Blake was wearing today. Here's some information that will make your ice fishing more enjoyable.
A little better
I
one.
noticed that last one you caught, you held him for a minute while you got the bait back down there first. How come?
In this water, they're chasing it up so high. We're in 16 feet of water, and that one I caught 6 feet below the ice.
And
so.
you're holding him.
Yep.
So you want your bait back down there first.
Yep. And then you can throw them back. See?
Once the bait gets started.
Yep. Once the baits get started and they're focused on that, if they see the fish right away, they just take off because this one's probably scared, and they follow him away.
You told me that. Told me that a little bit ago, and that was interesting. Here they come. Look at them.
Just I'm using that live forage bait there, and it can really see it a long ways.
And it puts in a little bit of vibration too.
A lot of rattle to it.
Yeah. They take it on the way down, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's a better one. These are just nice for a plate of fish, aren't they? Just for supper.
There's nothing better eating than these things.
Yeah. 10 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches.
Yep. Nothing.
And you get them up to bigger than that.
Nothing monster, but middle of the day here, it's pretty good fish.
And you're
really.
Getting the bait started.
Yep. Get the bait going first. You can see they're still there. If I'd have thrown this back, a lot of times they'd have just all taken off, and it doesn't hurt them to keep them out. It's warm out today, so.
Yeah, their gills aren't freezing because it is relatively warm.
Right.
Now you're down there, so you put them back.
And there they come.
Here they come. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, the perch are going. This is a fast bite. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen. Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter of hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time. And Growth Energy, America's ethanol supporters.
All right, Austin, you got Harvick on the inside and the Ferguson family riding hot behind you. The who? Ferguson's, beige minivan, and they're late for a soccer game, so if you could, get a move on.
NASCAR is powered by a blend of 15% American ethanol.
Man, those Fergusons are fast.
E15 is made for your car, too. Try not to let it go to your head. Learn more about the benefits of E15 at American Ethanol's Facebook page.
Focused, driven, and engineered to excel. This is the all-new Ranger Z520C. From the total performance hull to a revolutionary interior design, it's our most advanced bass boat to date. Combined with Evinrude E-Tech's power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer schedule maintenance, this is a level of leadership that's easy to see and hard to follow. Experience more with Evinrude.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
Lake Cabotogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Cabotogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. Boy, there are a lot of little things you can do to be much more successful catching perch through the ice. Blake's going to share some of those tips. Let's get out there. had to keep trying different baits as well. On one lake, a 4-inch minnow spoon was good. On one spot, Blake got hot with a Northland ripping shad.
Boy, that depth finder just lit up there, Blake. Just lit up, and as soon as they started showing up, they did.
I got one. Nice perch.
Oh, darn it, missed him. Here he comes. Look at that. He came up 5 feet to get it. He just came way up off the bottom. Oh, there's a bunch of them with him. Whoa. They're getting bigger. That's a plateful. That's a supper. I'll drop back down there.
After a day on the ice, there's not many things more enjoyable than something from the grill or smoker. Here's Adam Sorensen from Dakota Grills with an end-of-the-day eating idea.
Adam, I've heard that salmon is good for you. You told me you've got a way to prepare it. How is that?
Yes, I do. It's very simple. What we're going to do is smoke it. Now, salmon you can do a couple different ways. If you want to smoke it, it's a wonderful flavor, but then it's an hors d'oeuvre if you smoke it heavily. If you want just a light smoke flavor, just a few wood chips is all you need. Well, we're going to make this into an hors d'oeuvre. And as you can see, I've got cherry wood chunks here that just ran through the bandsaw. Yep. And I've also got some cherry wood chips.
What unit is this?
This is called the Roadrunner. This is a very nice grill for camping and tailgating.
Pretty portable.
Very portable, yeah. It's lightweight, portable. You can also use it at home. All right, so we got the wood chips loaded. On this particular model, we have heat shields, and this gives you identical temperatures top and bottom when you use these heat shields. First thing we're going to do, spray a little Pam on the skin side so it doesn't stick. And just squirt a little Pam on it just like that. Skin side down, and all I'm going to do is sprinkle a little of our very own sizzle and steak seasoning on this. It's a very nice flavor, and we're actually just going to cook this by time. You could use the meat probe if you wanted, but it's going to take about 30 minutes start to finish. So yep, go ahead and close that. As normal, we're going to set our smoking temperature for 320 degrees. So this will cook that salmon to perfection in about 30 minutes, and it'll be wonderful salmon, just simplicity itself.
So it's almost done, Adam?
Yeah, that's right.
2 seconds.
In fact, there it goes.
And now it's done?
Yeah, it just got done.
Okay.
Let's take a look and see just how flaky and tender and juicy that is. We're going to take that out, put it on a plate here.
And this is more, we put smoke on it so it's an hors d'oeuvre more than anything, an appetizer.
Yes, it's an hors d'oeuvre. And judging by how dark it is, I got plenty of smoke on it.
Yep.
Now, if you wanted to eat it as a meal, you just want to use a few wood chips in there. That's all you need.
Very nice appetizer.
Oh, thank you, thank you. If you notice, there's no fishy taste to that.
Yeah, yeah. And these grills are made in Lake Preston, South Dakota?
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
On your farm?
Yeah, my dad and I invented them, and we build them right there.
Those Dakota grills are so easy to use. The end product is always the best, just like the ice fishing in northeast South Dakota. Those Fraybill shelters are so comfortable to fish from, especially when you find a hole with a bunch of fish underneath it. On this day, the air temps were warm, but it was a little breezy. My shelter provided a great windbreak.
The middle of January, it's almost 30 degrees. This is just a nice day to be on the ice. When we come back, we'll catch some more perch. Hang with us.
Fishing the Midwest is presented by Bionic Line, your fish, your line. Beautiful Cabotogama Lake, gateway to Voyagers National Park. Evinrude E-Tech, 300 hours, no dealer scheduled maintenance. Nature's Fury, all the vitamins, more juice.
Fraybill, the leader in ice fishing.
before you head out here. Get ready at Cabela's, your source for the hottest new gear at tough-to-beat prices. Save big on everything you need when you shop by catalog, stores, and online at Cabela's.com. Our legendary selection is field-tested and field-proven. You can trust our gear. Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter.
At Al's Specialty Marine, service is their specialty. The Brugenthies family has been in the boat business for almost 35 years. For performance and reliability, you can't beat a Ranger boat team with an Evinrude motor. Their staff knows exactly how to rig your boat for maximum pleasure. Al's Specialty Marine also has premier pontoons and a wide variety of other boats that will fit your needs. Al's Specialty Marine will do an outstanding job of taking care of all your boating needs.
Al's Specialty Marine, stop on by. Al's Specialty Marine.
Evinrude E-Tech has been outperforming four-stroke engines for years. But what about the latest 150 four-strokes that claim to deliver two-stroke-like torque? See the proof for yourself. Get your free DVD now and watch how the two-stroke Evinrude E-Tech 150 outpulls and out-accelerates the four-stroke competition. See how it wins when it comes to maintenance, ease of winterization, and more. Evinrude E-Tech is the true champion. Go to Evinrude150challenge.com and get your free DVD now.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. The perch are calling. Let's see what they want. Now here's something that Blake is big on. When the bite slows, move, either to another area or another lake. On this day we tried several lakes. Some were panfish lakes, some were pretty much perch lakes. The bite was pretty good in all of them, as long as we made adjustments, such as clear water early and late in the day, stained water midday. When you found a hot hole, the action was fast.
Blake, you are on them over here.
They're thick underneath me right now.
Yeah. Now, today we started out on another lake that was really clear water.
Yep.
We were there right away in the morning. And then they quit biting in that lake. We moved to a different lake with stained water. Is that something you do a lot?
Yeah, I mean, there's no use sitting around if they're, I mean, the fish are there in the other lake, but you have to work so hard to find them, and you could just, nice thing about up here is you just move 8 miles down the road and you got, there's so many fish under there. 8 miles down the road and you got another lake where it's probably a better day bite than it is a morning or evening.
Some lakes are early and late.
Yep.
And other lakes are midday bites.
Yep.
And with the water clarity difference, do you change your presentation at all?
I like to use a rattle or a bigger bait in this dirty water.
Yep. The rattle so they can hear it, find it, and the bigger size so they can see it.
Yep. Yep. And it's still amazing. These fish were in soup. I dropped the camera down earlier and you can only see maybe a foot. Well, these fish can see my bait coming 8 feet away.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, they can hear it. They can feel it.
Yep.
Yeah. And in stained water lakes, they hang closer to the bottom.
There, I got one.
They're up 7, 8 feet. They're only halfway down 16 feet of water. So.
And Blaine's got one out there too.
That's a tendency for people to think that they do, but they don't. You know, they'll come, they'll cruise wherever they need to.
Yep.
Come on up.
We fished for a while, but when the bite slowed, I had a few questions for Blaine regarding some developments in the ethanol industry.
Blaine, you know, I've been hearing the past year or so about E15. What is E15 and why is it beneficial?
E15 is a 15% ethanol blend in gasoline. It's an increase from the 10% E10 that we're used to. What's beneficial is it's going to help the environment a lot because right now E10 blends reduce tailpipe emissions by 30%. E15 is going to be more. So the more ethanol we use, the less pollution that's going to come off of our vehicles.
Why is ethanol a good thing?
Ethanol is a good thing because it's clean, it's green, it's good for the environment, it's good for our economy, and it's good for our energy dependence from foreign oil. It's good for...
It's something we can produce.
Right.
It's something renewable.
renewable and we grow it here at home.
Yep, here he comes right there. Jeepers. Just as fast as I get that bait down there. Look at that. Just as fast as I get the bait down there, they're coming up to eat it. Boy, I told you, there's a lot of things you can do, little things, that'll really help you catch more perch. If you pay attention to detail, it will help you through the ice or in open water. When we come back, a little more perch fishing. Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Impulse. Excite the bite with scent, color, and action. Fraybill, trusted gear since 1938. WallEyeLeather.com. If you are a truly rabid walleye person, you should have already had this stuff. Dakota Grills, unleash your inner chef.
Focused, driven, and engineered to excel. This is the all-new Ranger Z520C. From the total performance hull to a revolutionary interior design, it's our most advanced bass boat to date. Combined with Evinrude E-Tech's power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer schedule maintenance, this is a level of leadership that's easy to see and hard to follow. Experience more with Evinrude.
All right, Austin, you got Harvick on the inside and the Ferguson family riding hot behind you. The who? Ferguson's, beige minivan, and they're late for a soccer game, so if you could, get a move on.
NASCAR is powered by a blend of 15% American ethanol.
Man, those Fergusons are fast.
E15 is made for your car, too. Try not to let it go to your head. Learn more about the benefits of E15 at American Ethanol's Facebook page.
Fraybill, the leader in ice fishing.
I'm in the acting track at my school, so I love theater. Oh, wow.
I'm thinking about Broadway.
I'd like to thank the Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap.
Before you head out here, get ready at Cabela's, your source for the hottest new gear at tough-to-beat prices. Save big on everything you need when you shop by catalog, stores, and online at Cabela's.com. Our legendary selection is field-tested and field-proven. You can trust our gear. Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter.
You know, we keep bouncing around from lake to lake. When the fish slow down on one lake, we move to a different lake. It might have dirtier water, stained water. Also, these lakes up here have crappies and bluegills and all sorts of other types of fish. Let's see what we catch next.
Pretty nice one here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really? Blake, we switched lakes. You know, we were catching the perch good in another lake.
Yep.
We switched lakes, and this is more of a crappie lake. They'll go all day also?
Yeah. These actually bite just about as good in the middle of the day as they do.
Do they really?
You know, we're kind of in a deeper hole out here, so This is where they go during the day.
And more of stained water here too?
Yeah, it's not super clear, but it's not dirty either, so.
And to catch the crappies, all you do is size down.
Yep, size down and just start looking with the graph. If you don't see fish, don't even stop, I guess. You know, they're suspended up 4 or 5 feet off the bottom usually.
Most of the baits we're trying are working. Buckshot rattle spoons, 4-inch minnow spoons, that rip and shed was really good. I'm tipping my spoons with a variety of Impulse plastics. Blake and Blaine are using the real stuff. We're catching fish equally well, but I can catch a lot more fish per bait with the Impulse.
Just about lost him. Back down and catch another one.
Cellulosic ethanol is going to be a big deal. Here's what cellulosic ethanol is.
Cellulosic will come from agriculture, residues, plants,
That's like corn stalks,
Right.
which are now being wasted or used for something else?
Right. The first generation of cellulosic ethanol is going to start with corn crop residues. And essentially it's going to be corn stover, which is corn cobs, corn husks, corn leaves, and some of the stalks. You know, cellulosic ethanol can be huge because of all the cellulosic biomass that's available. If as a country we decided we wanted to convert all the cellulose available to cellulosic ethanol, we could essentially provide over a third of our gasoline supply to the United States. You know, I've got a family here in the Midwest. I've got 4 great kids, 3 sons and a daughter, and I sure don't want my kids in the future to be held any more hostage to foreign oil than they already are. The more ethanol we can produce, the more that freedom of energy independence secures their future. Fighting back a little bit. It's a crappie. Ooh, that's a nice crappie. Nice crappie.
Blake, we were talking a little bit earlier about the stained water and the baits that make noise, and that rip and shad. I mean, what is it about it that you really like?
Works really well in the stained water because it's a big profile bait. I don't know if it throws a shadow or what too, and then it's got a lot of rattle to it, and just they seem to see it and feel it from a lot farther away.
And in the stained water, does color make a difference?
Yeah, at times. I like to be almost more natural colors actually than the bright colors. Glow colors really work well too.
Just like in clear water, sometimes color makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep, sometimes.
Got a nice one on.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, there's a nice one.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. We got a bunch of holes popped around here, and we just keep moving back and forth, and one hole will get hot, you know, and then you'll catch mother. And then go ahead and put your bait back down and see they're right there waiting for you.
Yep, they're back in there.
He's right there.
This action is going to continue right up to the end of ice fishing season. If you'd like to get in on this, get in touch with Blake or Joe Honer. They can provide lodging and equipment and the expertise and all the other things that make for a really nice time on the ice. When we're in the Webster area, we always stay at the Galley. Great rooms, great food, big parking lot. It's where hunters and fishermen and folks like that hang out. Check out the Galley in Webster, South Dakota.
What a day on the ice. We caught all sorts of fish, big ones and little ones. And about ethanol, I am truly convinced that ethanol can really help us solve our energy dependence problems. It'll also help us have more clean air, clean water. It's just good for us, and it's good for the next generation, and there are more good things coming from ethanol. Hey, for all of us at Fish in the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.